Welcome to East Coast Reviews. Today, we're reviewing a beer by Spanish Marie Brewery. This is their Blue Raspberry Cotton Candy. Now, I have had a couple of their beers on live streams with some other people. Reviewed a couple of their products. I had their Miami Punch, and the other one was the Goofy Goober, which was like a peanut butter and jelly one. So yeah, this is Blue Raspberry Cotton Candy. Style sour, blue raspberry cotton candy, coconut, vanilla ice cream, and cinnamon. It's 5% alcohol by volume. No dates on the can, but it is a sour, and this stuff sells pretty quick. I did pay $7.25 for a single can, so these are kind of expensive. Roughly around like $28, $29 for a 4-pack. Let's crack it open, check it out. Go for the pour. It's about what I expected. Super blue. Now it's not pouring as thick as you would think. It's definitely a little bit thinner. While that is super blue. It's like Smurf blue. That is cool looking. No clarity through the beer at all. Got some darker blue chunks in there. That is probably the bluest beer that I've ever had. I've never had a blue beer like this. Pretty cool looking though. I am a big fan of heavily fruited sours. It's already creating a nice puree lacing. Check that out. It looks pretty cool. Let's go for the nose. The nose is definitely different. I wouldn't necessarily say cotton candy on the nose, but you do get more of just like a regular raspberry. Oh no, now I'm getting blue raspberry. But a lot of that ice cream stands out. Ice cream and cinnamon. It's actually more desserty on the nose. It smells more dessert and pastry-like rather than like super candied cotton candy blue raspberry. A little bit of that coconut's coming through as well. But yeah, overall, I think the nose is definitely a lot different than what you would expect when you first take a whiff of this beer. It smells good, but it's, like I said, more pastry dessert vibes than super candied blue raspberry cotton candy like I thought. A little bit of an acidity, so it's a little tart on the nose, but definitely more sweet, very sugary sweet. Lots of sweetness. Of course, 5% ABV, not noticeable. It smells really good. Let's dive in. Try this out. Cheers. Okay. Now the palate is where you get that blue raspberry cotton candy for sure. Right up front. Vanilla ice cream in between. Coconut on the finish. Combined with just a hint of that cinnamon on the back end. There's a little bit of that tartness on the finish. It's really sweet. It's really good though. I do enjoy this. This is right up my alley for sure. Now, the other adjuncts other than the blue raspberry cotton candy definitely just kind of increase the intensity of the flavor, and it rounds it out and it balances the beer. But I think what you're expecting and when you're looking forward to getting with this beer is that blue raspberry cotton candy flavor, which they nailed. And the ice cream, the coconut, and the cinnamon, like I said, just kind of add to the complexity. They blend out the beer. They make it even more enjoyable. So the coconut's not standing out too much. It's not like you're drinking an ice cream milkshake. And the cinnamon just adds an additional finish. So it's not too intense with that cinnamon. Like, there's no overly spicy flavor note on the back end. You just kind of notice a little hint of that cinnamon. I think personally, if they didn't tell you there was cinnamon in it, I probably wouldn't notice it. But because they are listening, I can get a little bit of that cinnamon on the back end. This is a really good sour. It is expensive, but I personally think, as far as like a dessert, it's totally worth the money. Their fruited sours are delicious. They're great. Yeah, I like this. For a number, this might honestly be one of my favorite fruited sours. I like that it's not overly filling. It's not too thick. It is about medium bodied, but it's not like super thick like you would get with some of like the Drecker fruited sours or like Mortalis. This one has a little bit more of a thinner consistency to the beer. Yeah, it's a solid product. I'm gonna give it a as far as a heavily fruit sour. I kind of wish it was higher ABV. That's probably the only bad thing I could say about it. I'll give it a 98. This is really good. If you like blue raspberry cotton candy and you like fruited sours, you would really enjoy this. This is a killer product by these guys. Yeah, 98 out of 100. Excuse me. Carbonation. Didn't really talk about carbonation. Excuse me. I'd say carbonation's about medium too. Yeah. Actually, good enough carbonation to where it's noticeable, but it's not overly carbonated. And it's not flat, like it's not too low in carbonation, which is sometimes a problem with these heavily fruiteds because they are so filling and thick sometimes that you don't get a lot of that, you don't get any carbonation with the beer, so they fill you up fast. This is super drinkable for what it is, for sure. I could see some people crushing these. Probably wouldn't want to at that $7.25 price tag. But yeah, these are really good, super drinkable, very crushable, solid product by Spanish Marie. I'll definitely be doing some more reviews. I'd like to pick up those other two cans, the Miami Punch and the Goofy Goober, to do a review on my channel. Like I said, I've had them before. The Goofy Goober was great, and the Miami Punch was like a fruit punch beer. And yeah, there you have it. If there's anything else you guys like to see on my channel, make sure to leave a comment down below. And don't forget to like and subscribe to my upcoming videos. Like weird. Thanks for watching, guys. Cheers.